They say champions are made, not born. But what happens when everything you've built your life around collapses in just 48 hours? This is the unbelievable story of Connie Vega, a professional marathon runner whose final race turned into a nightmare, one that tested his body, his mind, and his very identity. Welcome to Insane Job Jams, where real people face unreal moments in their careers. For 6 months, Connie's life was a loop of sweat, discipline, and solitude. Up at 4:30 a.m., black coffee, stretch, run, repeat. He wasn't just training for any marathon. This was the Silver Peak Ultramarathon, 42 kilometers of brutal mountain terrain where every step could break your will. But for Connie, this wasn't just a race. It was redemption. A year earlier, he'd collapsed at mile 24 of another marathon, disqualified for medical reasons. The footage went viral. Pro runner fails spectacularly, and sponsors quietly backed away. I told myself, never again. I'll come back stronger. I'll prove I'm not done. And he did. Every morning, he ran until his legs burned. Every night, he visualized crossing that finish line. But then, the night before day 2 of the marathon, everything changed. Connie was in his hotel room, muscle sore but satisfied. He'd completed day 1 of the event, a half-marathon segment that placed him in the top 10. He was on track to win. As he stretched before bed, his phone buzzed. A message from an unknown number. "Don't start tomorrow. Trust me." He stared at it, confused. Probably a prank. He laughed it off, turned off the light, and fell asleep. But in the middle of the night, he woke up gasping. His legs felt frozen, completely numb. What the hell? I can't feel my legs. He tried to move. Nothing. His calves twitched uncontrollably. He thought, maybe dehydration. He drank water, massaged his thighs, tried walking, but every step sent sharp pain up his spine. By morning, he could barely stand. The race medics examined him. "Doctor, you've got severe inflammation in your lower spine, probably from overtraining. You should not run today." "But I've been training for half a year. I can't quit now." "Doctor, if you run, you might cause permanent nerve damage. You could lose mobility for months." Connie sat there, staring at the ground. His dream, his career, slipping away. But then he heard the crowd outside, cheering. The sound pulled at something deep inside him. He thought, they all gave up on me once. I won't let it happen again. And against medical advice, Connie decided to run. He taped his knees, wrapped his lower back with heat gel, and limped to the start line. Other runners gave him strange looks. "Rival runner. Didn't think you'd show up, Vega." "Yeah, well, I don't quit." When the gun fired, adrenaline took over. For the first 5 miles, he felt unstoppable. The crowd roaring, the rhythm of his breathing in sync with the pounding of his heart. But then his vision started to blur. Around mile 18, Connie collapsed. Runners swerved around him. Cameras zoomed in. He hit the ground hard, screaming in pain. But something strange happened. A spectator jumped the barrier, a woman yelling his name. It was Elena, his former coach. She hadn't spoken to him in months after their falling out over training intensity. "Elena, Connie, listen to me. You're dehydrated. You pushed too far. You can't win this way. I have to finish. I promised myself." Elena knelt beside him. "Elena, then don't run for the sponsors. Run for the kid who used to wake up at 4 a.m. because he loved it." Something clicked. Connie got up slowly. Every step was agony, but he moved, 1 foot after another. The crowd began to chant his name. Even his rivals slowed down to clap as he passed. When he finally crossed the finish line, not first, not even top 10, he collapsed again, this time smiling. He didn't win the race, but he won back something he'd lost long ago. The reason he ran in the first place. They told me not to run. They said I'd never recover. But the truth is, sometimes winning means refusing to give up on yourself. Connie spent the next 6 months in rehab. and eventually returned to competition, stronger than ever. His story became a legend in the marathon world, because sometimes the craziest stories come from the people who push beyond the impossible. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because here at Insane Job Jams, we bring you the wildest, most inspiring stories from real people and their jobs.